Ooh, it got quiet. Welcome all to the University of Massachusetts Boston's 2024 graduate hooding ceremony. My name is Tracy Baynard. You may be seated. That wasn't in the script. My name is Tracy Baynard, and I am the Associate Vice Provost for Graduate Education. It is my utmost pleasure to welcome first and foremost our PhD students. And of course, their family and friends to this morning's event. I'd also like to say a warm welcome to our faculty, to our deans and directors, our Marshal, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Dr. Karen Farrar-Muniz. I also welcome Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Joseph Berger, and our Chancellor, Marcelo Suarez Orozco. Finally, a very warm welcome to our honorable guest, the Honorable Roberto Andres Gallardo. I'd like to take a moment at this juncture to express a few important thank yous. This event would not be possible without the dedication and hard work of a giant team, led in large part by Ms. Allison Duffy, Mr. Patrick O'Connor, and Dr. Michael Metzger. They and the event staff planned for months and months, and today and tomorrow are the fruition of their hard work. Congratulations to those guys. Further, our facility staff deserve a very large kudos as well. This campus could not function without the attention to detail from our facilities staff. They work day and night to make any event on campus seem effortless. Today and tomorrow's events are no exception. Thank you. Thanks for filling the pause while I flip the page. I also want to give you a huge shout out to your advisors Your advisors have likely turned into valuable mentors. I also want to thank your dedicated graduate program directors and staff, as well as the folks in our own Office of Graduate Studies, as well as the Registrar's Office, in helping to ensure you, the students, are fully prepared and have met all of the requirements for today's culminating events. Lastly, a very big thank you to your family and friends for being with you on this tremendous journey. Before I hand off the ceremony to Provost Berger, I want to take just a minute to express my well wishes for the class of 2024 doctorates. You should take immense pride in the work you have accomplished during your studies. Earning, and I mean earning, a doctorate is no small feat. We all have our unique journey to earn those three little letters. You've likely learned a lot more than you could ever have thought from just your respective dissertations. You've learned to juggle more than you thought possible. You've learned you have more patience than you thought you were capable of demonstrating. You've learned grace may show up in unexpected places. You've learned about compassion, and you've learned deeply of others. You've also learned, hopefully most importantly, what grit and perseverance mean to you and how taking risks at the right time can shape somebody. You've internalized the importance of a strong work ethic, and I hope you have learned how to help others, but also how to ask for help. The educational process can be complex in learning how new knowledge is created, but it can be incredibly rewarding when you know you have what it takes to help in its creation. As you enter your next journeys, take these lessons with you. Continue to reflect on how UMass Boston made you over the years. Thank you. I now welcome Provost Berger to the podium.
Thank you, Associate Vice Provost Baynard. We are here today as we take a pause in our busy, fast-paced lives to justifiably honor the incredible accomplishments, hard work, dedication, and resilience that has led you to this moment as doctoral graduates from UMass Boston. It is truly a moment for congratulations, and under any circumstances, earning a doctorate is an occasion for unabashed joy, pride, and celebration. Yet, in these challenging times, I have an extra special appreciation for each of you and profound admiration for your accomplishments. Earning a doctorate under any circumstances is truly remarkable, but earning a doctorate during and coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic and its immediate aftermath is truly, truly remarkable. The knowledge, the skills, the expertise you have gained from each other, from your advisors, other faculty members, and the myriad of learning experiences here at UMass Boston prepare you well for a future that needs you and your scholarly expertise. Like Dr. Maynard, I also want to congratulate your family, loved ones, and friends who have traversed this long journey with you while supporting your endeavors and making sacrifices along with you. I also applaud your professors, particularly your advisors, who have mentored, yes, clap. Who have mentored and guided you to this important moment. In the hallowed halls of the Academy, there are few relationships as special or rewarding as the shared experience between doctoral students and their advisors. And I am so very pleased that we honor not only our graduates, but our faculty as well, through the time-honored tradition of doctoral hooding. Enjoy and revel in this well-earned moment together. UMass Boston is a university of and for the times, and you are lifelong members of the Beacon community. Looking beyond this immediate place and moment, there is much for each of you to consider as we continue emerging into an uncharted future. There are great challenges, opportunities, and responsibilities facing you as esteemed scholars from UMass Boston. Challenges are clearly upon you as we use rigorously constructed knowledge to inform the multifaceted trials of our times. These challenges include, but are not limited to, combating health disparities, revitalizing economic opportunity, generating new advances in science, responsibly and ethically advancing the application of artificial intelligence, struggling to replace war and conflict with peace and tranquility, eradicating the ravages of institutionalized racism, and creating sustainable solutions to human-made climate change. I challenge you to seize the opportunity to make meaningful contributions. Use the knowledge and the experiences you have gained to be part of multifaceted solutions our communities and society so dearly need in these times and going forward into the future. These are not merely opportunities, they are responsibilities you have as lifelong beacons to be the stewards of the future humanity needs and deserves. Now, however, is a moment to celebrate. You are appropriately beaming with pride, and there are few moments in life where we celebrate something so significant with so many people at once, for such a well-earned reward for significant accomplishments, dedication, and hard work. Bask in your achievements. Bask in your achievements as UMass Boston doctoral graduates, and continue making us proud. Once a beacon, always a beacon. Thank you for being part of our family. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Chancellor Marcelo Suarez Orozco.
Thank you, Provost Berger. Good afternoon, good morning, and thank you for joining us for the 2024 University of Massachusetts Boston Doctoral Hooding Ceremony. I want to begin by congratulating all our doctoral candidates who have attained the highest academic degree at UMass Boston. Thank you for your commitment to academic excellence and for expanding the frontiers of knowledge. Please join me in recognizing them with a heartfelt salute. And I want to acknowledge the families, friends, comadres, compadres, and others here today who have helped you to complete your PhD journeys. If you have supported a graduate here today, please rise as you're able to be recognized for your unwavering encouragement and your dedication to their success. Before we begin the hooding ceremony, I want to challenge each and every one of our graduates to make your doctoral degrees matter. Graduate education is a cornerstone of UMass Boston, and it is central to our mission. Not only have you each produced original scholarship that advances knowledge and impacts lives, you will also become important researchers, faculty members, mentors who will enrich your fields of scholarly expertise. The breadth of your academic preparation will define your experience as doctoral students at UMass Boston. Now I am confident that going forward you will collaborate with good folk outside your own domains of expertise, and that a range of perspectives will illuminate your scholarship in very novel and important ways. I want to offer you some advice, if I may. It is one thing to master a domain of scholarly knowledge. That's undoubtedly an admirable an admirable accomplishment. But it is quite another to be an ambassador of that knowledge, to be prepared to share it meaningfully with your colleagues within and outside your respective scholarly disciplines, and as importantly, with the world. As doctoral students at UMass Boston, an ability to communicate to different audiences why your scholarship matters is a significant part of expanding your academic horizon. It is part of your professional development as emerging scholars and as experts. And it is our hope that all of you will continue to embrace this noble aspect of your work. I am proud that you've pursued your doctorate at UMass Boston. As you stand ready to receive your doctoral degrees, know that you will remain important to this university because of who you are, what you've accomplished while you were here, and what you will contribute to the world in the years ahead. In addition, you are now part of a vibrant, essential research community. Look around this room at the colleagues, friends, and research partners who've come to know you well, to whom you've offered encouragement, and with whom you debated ideas, drank a lot of coffee to stay up. Together, you are a new generation of rising academic leaders and experts who will break ground on new discoveries and innovations. Well done, Beacons. Well done. Thank you. And again, congratulations.
We will now present our honorary degree for 2024. Our university bestows these honors upon individuals whose accomplishments represent the values our institution holds so dear. Chancellor Suarez Orozco, I have the honor to present to you Roberto Andres Gallardo to receive the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
A judge and renowned champion of social justice, you have long been an advocate for those less fortunate. You've held numerous high-level judicial posts in your home city of Buenos Aires and have written several important books on the topics of human rights and global justice. Your commitment to social justice led His Holiness Pope Francis to appoint you in 2023 to serve a 5-year term as president of the Pan-American Committee of Justice for Social Rights and the Franciscan Doctrine, an international public association whose global mission is to educate and advocate for respect for human rights, especially for indigenous and poor peoples, in courts throughout the Americas. You've earned your law degree from the University of Buenos Aires in 1989. You then completed your master's degree in state law in 1998 from the Office of the Attorney General of the National Treasury, Ministry of Justice, and were honored with the Ramon Ferreira Award for Academic Excellence. Presently, a judge of first instance in administrative litigation, you've previously served as the city's acting Deputy General Defender. You are also a professor of the theory of state and an interim professor of the elements of law at the University of Buenos Aires. Earlier in your career, you worked as an independent attorney and served as attorney for several unions and cooperatives. You have authored many legal articles and multiple books, including Francisco versus Moloch, Ideas para una revolución ecosocial, El Paco, las dos lecturas para las nuevas teorías del Estado. Since 2023, when the Holy Father appointed you to the position, you have served as president of the Pan American Committee of Judges for Social Rights, which composes 120 magistrates who advocate respect for human rights in courts towards the Americas. Among other topics, the committee has examined creating legislation to protect against social injustice and to establish support mechanisms for judges facing undue political pressures. That all may know of your unwavering commitment to social justice. The University of Massachusetts Boston is proud to bestow upon you the Honorable Judge Roberto Andrés Gallardo, the degree of honoris causa doctorate of humane letters. By applause. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Massachusetts, I confer upon you, Roberto Andrés Gallardo, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, in accordance with the usual custom, and in token thereof, we award you this diploma and invest you with the hood of a Doctor of Humane Letters. Felicitaciones, Juez Gallardo. We have now come to a very, very important part of our ceremony, the conferral of the degrees to the doctoral candidates present here this morning. Provost Berger will now present the candidates for doctoral degrees.
Chancellor Suarez Orozco, of the 140 doctoral students receiving their degrees, I have the honor to present to you the 112 candidates present here today who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Nursing Practice, or Doctor of Education, and who have been recommended for these degrees by the faculty and the deans of the College of Education and Human Development, including the School for Global Inclusion and Social Development, the College of Liberal Arts, including the McCormick Graduate School of Policy and Global Studies, the College of Management, the Manning College of Nursing and Health Sciences, the College of Science and Mathematics, and the School for the Environment. We will confer doctoral degrees by college. Following the recognition of our doctoral candidates, Chancellor Suarez Orozco will confer the degrees.
I have to get my glasses on. Would Chancellor Suarez Orozco and Provost Berger please step forward? All right. Will Tara Parker, Dean of the College of Education and Human Development, please come forward as the 31 doctoral candidates in your college receive their degrees? Will Osden Hatis Pinar Ermak please come forward to be hooded by Professor Sarah Akar? This way, this way. You did good. Will Stacy Christine Ballard please come forward to be hooded by Professor Stacy Bender? We're getting the hang of it. Will Bryce Scottron please come forward to be hooded by Professor Brian Daniels? Will Elizabeth Johansson Bristol please come forward to be hooded by Professor J.D.? We've almost got it. Will Patrick Robinson Link please come forward to be hooded by Professor Lindsay Fallon? She did it. Will Tyler Delaney please come forward to be hooded by Professor Tim Poynton? Will Madison Westbrook Natarajan please come forward to be hooded by Professor Carrie Wilkins Yell? Will Jonathan Samuel Bruseño please come forward to be hooded by Professor Sharon Horn? Will Jenjia Wo please come forward to be hooded by Professor Sharon Horn? Will Tracy Morin please come forward to be hooded by Professor Cheryl Shing? Will Katie Venter please come forward to be hooded by Professor Cheryl Shing? Will Michael Lally please come forward to be hooded by Professor Abiola Ferminde-Wu? Will Stephanie Denise Okudi please come forward to be hooded by Professor Abiola Ferminde-Wu? Will Antonio Mateo Sinelli please come forward to be hooded by Professor Patricia Kruger-Henney? Really getting you straight. Will Nina Machiko Kunimoto please come forward to be hooded by Professor Patricia Kruger-Henny? Will Kimberly Lewis Williams please come forward to be hooded by, again, Professor Patricia Kruger-Henny? Her arms might be tired. Are your arms tired? Will Molly Helene Wiseman Duffy please come forward to be hooded by Professor Wenfen Yang? Will Matthew Lawrence McCarthy please come forward to be hooded by Professor Wenfen Yang? Will Artis Street please come forward to be hooded by Professor Wenfen Yan? Will Christina Simone Hall Michelle please come forward to be hooded by Dean Tara Parker? Need my help? Will Jennifer Helen Reed please come forward to be hooded by Dean Tara Parker? Will Gail Silvers Stubbs please come forward to be hooded by Dean Tara Parker? Will Carl V. Bell please come forward to be hooded by Professor Catlin Cisalini? Will Eric Dussault please come forward to be hooded by Professor Caitlin Zelani? Will Ravi Lakshmi Kanathan please come forward to be hooded by Professor Caitlin Zelani? Good grief. Will Mai Hu Vang please come forward to be hooded again by Professor Caitlin Zelani? Will James March Missler please come forward to be hooded by Professor Laura Bozeman? Will Huynh Jun Vo please come forward to be hooded by Professor Laura Bozeman? Will Caitlin Osorio Ferrarini please come forward to be hooded by Professor Megan Coleman? Will Shadima Azo Comer please come forward to be hooded by Professors Megan Coleman, Rita Kiki Adezo, Sindiso Minzy Weeks? We're all going to be in this picture. Will Matthew Lee McClellan please come forward to be hooded by Professor Sindicio Mincy Weeks? That concludes the College of Education and Human Development doctorates. Will Pratima Prasad, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, please come forward as the 14 doctoral candidates in your college receive their degrees? Will Olivia Avison please come forward to be hooded by Professor Paul Nestor? Will Timothy Dennis Dacey please come forward to be hooded by Professor Evan Stewart? Will Josiane Barcelos de Oliveira please come forward to be hooded by Professor Jennifer Scalfini? Will Shannon Marie Hughley please come forward to be hooded by Professor Taraya Abdullah? Will Arinda Morina please come forward to be hooded by Professor Vivian Sierra Mataro? Will Abdelkrim Mohib please come forward to be hooded by Professor Christian Chun? Will Gada Noralali please come forward to be hooded by Professor Kimberly Urbanski? Will Cyania Y.S. Poon please come forward to be hooded by Professor Jean Rhodes? Will Tracy Lee Reed please come forward to be hooded by Professor Reef Younggreen? Will Brooke Alexi Rich Plotkin please come forward to be hooded by Professor Tiffany Donaldson? Will Meredith Gamble please come forward to be hooded by Professor Cinzia Solari? Will Sharbari Ganguly please come forward to be hooded by Professor Cinzia Solari? Will Lana Andoni please come forward to be hooded by Professor Abby Eisenhower? Will Pacharapan Luknu Tamatan please come forward to be hooded by Professor Abby Eisenhower? Dean Prasad will now hood the candidates from the John W. McCormick Graduate School of Policy and Global Studies. Please come forward as the 14 doctoral candidates receive their degrees. Will Denise Delgado Vasquez please come forward to be hooded by Professors Michael Johnson and Amit Patel? Will Dennis Juco please come forward to be hooded by Professor Rita Kiki Edozi? Will Samia Khalid please come forward to be hooded by Professor Amy Smith? Will Stephanie Lessing please come forward to be hooded by Professor Christian Weller? Will Ellen Busolo Milimu please come forward to be hooded by Professor Nada Ali? Will Ellie I. Rostom please come forward to be hooded by Professor Jeffrey Pugh? Will Rebecca Na Yemoli Yemo please come forward to be hooded by Professors Margaret Carnes and Maria Ivanova? Will Mohammed Mahdi Hassan please come forward to be hooded by Professor Karen Ross? Will Denise Renee Marrow please come forward to be hooded by Professor Karen Ross? Yeah. No, we're already doing it. Yeah, we're good. I made the transition. Will Linda Holcomb please come forward to be hooded by Professor Courtney Sprague? Will Anatole Franz Ranazalgo Petroipa please come forward to be hooded by Professor Courtney Sprague? The next one is the last one. Yep. Will Paul Yu please come forward to be hooded by Professor Courtney Sprague? That concludes CLA and McCormick Graduate School. Will Dean Venki Venkatachalam, Dean of the College of Management, please come forward as the 4 doctoral candidates in your college receive their degree? Will Mohammed Baksh please come forward to be hooded by Professor Josephine Namayanja? Will Enor Nubaveya please come forward to be hooded by Professor Nardia Hai? Will Hosami Adel Helwani come forward to be hooded by Professor David Levy? Will Stephen Michael Loren come forward, please come forward to be hooded by Professor David Levy? That concludes the College of Management's hooding. Will Bo Fernhall, Dean of the Robert and Donna Manning College of Nursing and Health Sciences, please come forward as the 24 doctoral candidates in your college receive their degree? Will Evans Frimpong Kayai please come forward to be hooded by Professor Lingling Zhang? Will Hung Wen Madrigal please come forward to be hooded by Professor Eileen Stewart Shore? Okay, thank you. Will Caitlin Patel please come forward to be hooded by Professor Joanne Jones? Will Natalie Victoria Shalito please come forward to be hooded by Professor Eddie Miller? Never mind. Will Sierra Somerville please come forward to be hooded by Professor Jan Muchler? Will Cindy New Bowie please come forward to be hooded by Professor Jan Muchler? Professor Jan Muchler is a busy lady here. Will Elizabeth Amy Gallagher please come forward to be hooded by Professor Jan Muchler? Will Ning Shia please come forward to be hooded by Professor Jan Muchler? Will Nydia Velasco Roldan please come forward to be hooded by who else? Professor Jan Muchler. Will Catherine Francis Corelli please come forward to be hooded by Professor Priscilla Gazarian? Will Jennifer D. Morgan please come forward to be hooded by Professor Priscilla Gazarian? Will Carol Savello Connolly please come forward to be hooded by Professor Laura Heyman? You got your. There you go. Will Catherine Ann Franklin please come forward to be hooded by Professor Laurel Heyman? Will Grace Derbog-Hosian please come forward to be hooded by Professor Lisa Heelan-Fancher? Will Megan Ann Dillon please come forward to be hooded by Professor Lisa Heelan-Fancher? Will Lynn Frances Lambert please come forward to be hooded by Professor Lisa Heelan-Fancher? Will Lynn Frances Lambert please come forward to be hooded by Professor Lisa Heelan-Fancher? Oops, I'm sorry, I screwed up. Will Anya Prusad please come forward to be hooded by Professor Jeffrey Burr? Will Shu Zhu please come forward to be hooded by Professor Jeffrey Burr? Will Lauren Faber Collier please come forward to be hooded by Professor Christine Salvucci? Will Anne-Marie Desmond please come forward to be hooded by Professor Christine Salvucci? Will Christina Donovan please come forward to be hooded by Professor Christine Salvucci? Will Meredith Gentis please come forward to be hooded by Professor Christine Salvucci? Will Orbianuju Ahikchukwu please come forward to be hooded by Professor Christine Salvucci? Your name made me nervous. Will Kylie Cook please come forward to be hooded by Christine Salvucci? Will Tracy Lynn Markwell please come forward to be hooded by Professor Christine Salvucci? Will Wilder Pudnuck please come forward to be hooded by Professor Christine Salvucci? That concludes the hooding of the students, from the Manning College of Nursing and Health Sciences. Will Robin Cote, Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics, please come forward as the 22 doctoral candidates in your college receive their degrees? Will John Mark Awood please come forward to be hooded by Professor Wei Zhang? Will Hayden Bender please come forward to be hooded by Professor Carla Schallies? Will Melissa Brown please come forward to be hooded by Professor Alexei Varaksa? Will Seda Cora please come forward to be hooded by Professor Nia Sa? Nope. Will Shengxi Fan please come forward to be hooded by Professor Nia Sa? Will Deepshi Do It please come forward to be hooded by Professor Linda Huang? Will Hayui Duan please come forward to be hooded by Professor Shayla Panthia? Will Joshua Rivera please come forward to be hooded by Professor Shayla Panthia? Will Lorraine Frankie please come forward to be hooded by Professor Daniel Hain? Will Reyes Gonzalez please come forward to be hooded by Professor Daniel Dowling? Will Jeremy Junming Liu please come forward to be hooded by Professor Daniel Dowling? Will Dustin Jones please come forward to be hooded by Professor Jonathan Selly? Will Mu-Xing Li come forward to be hooded by Professor Cheng-Meng Chai? Thank you. Will Alana Catherine Murphy please come forward to be hooded by Professor Jonathan Rochford? Will Hefei Chiu please come forward to be hooded by Professor Wei Ding? Will Michael James Raymond Jr. please come forward to be hooded by Professor Catherine McCusker? Will Shen Wei Wang please come forward to be hooded by Professor Chandra Yelazrapu? Will Guoshu Xia please come forward to be hooded by Professor Bella Torak? Will Joshua Ford Yee please come forward to be hooded by Professor Dan Simovici? That concludes the hooding of the students from the College of Science and Mathematics. Will Bob Chen, Dean of the School for the Environment, please come forward as our final 3 doctoral candidates receive their degrees? I got to get ready for this one. Will Lillian Oyenechi Elokawachi please come forward to be hooded by Professor Michael Tulsky? I got a handshake. Will Sajani Kundell please come forward to be hooded by Professor Kenneth Reardon? Here we go. Will Jessica Jean Lilquist please come forward to be hooded by Professor Paul Kirshen? We're just going to wait for everybody to get back in place. How was that? Woo! Okay. Let's keep speeding some things up here, because we all have a date outside. Would all doctoral candidates please stand?
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Massachusetts, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Nursing Practice, or Doctor of Education as recommended by the faculty of the University of Massachusetts, Boston. In accordance with custom, you as individuals are entitled to all the rights and privileges which pertain to this degree, here and elsewhere. Congratulations, graduates.
Almost party time. Thank you, Chancellor Suarez Orozco. Doctoral recipients, please be seated. Graduates and their families and friends, we now will begin the academic recession. Please remain in your seats until after the stage party, faculty, and graduates recess. You can meet your graduate outside of the ballroom once the recession is completed. There is also a reception in the Campus Center food court, 2 floors down. Please follow staff and the signage to the reception area. Okay. Would the stage party please rise and follow Marshall Farah Muniz off the stage? Would the faculty please rise and recess down the aisle? All right, guys, smile. I gotta get one over here. Thanks. Oh, smile. The big cameraman's up here. Smile.
Let's go!
Woo, 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 woo.
Talking about, let's go, doctors!
Will the graduates please rise and almost recess? Just a reminder to the graduates, hooding lineup for the outdoor reception is in Clark Athletic Center at 1 p.m. Put your sunscreen on. Family and friends, after the recession, please meet your graduate in the food court 2 floors down for a celebration. Have a great rest of the day. Put your sunscreen on, stay hydrated, and congratulations to our class of 2024.